What's up, you guys? Welcome back again to your HeroClix headquarters. Today, we're going to be taking a look at this top secret Peacemaker Project Butterfly Iconix set. And as you can see here, we've got Myrn, a butterfly, some cool redacted info there. We've got a dancing Peacemaker, and it's got a Judo Master. So it's a pretty cool set. I really love how the box actually looks like a file for the project. Everything's all redacted and stuff on the inside. That's really cool. And you can see the figures there inside. So yeah, this set is really, really amazing. I feel like the first Iconix set was much more fun, and this one is like the meta stuff. So if you're into that, this one is definitely the one to get. If you're, picking and choosing which Peacemaker set you want to get, this is definitely going to be the one that has the most playable meta stuff. So without further ado, let's just open it up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. As usual, all of our figures there in the plastic and all of our cards right here on the side. So first of all, let's start with Peacemaker. I will say that I love how his card is, pretty much the same as the other Peacemaker's card. They kind of kept that same template for this one, which is really cool. He's got the Suicide Squad, Assassin, Martial Artist, and Soldier keywords, and the Suicide Squad team ability. He's got a trait, Cold Open. The first time a friendly character is dealt damage by an opposing's effect, if you haven't begun your second turn after resolutions, you may choose that all characters have immune until your next turn. So this is an insanely powerful effect. Basically what it means is if you're going second, if your opponent just passes, you pass, okay, now immune's gone, they come up and alpha strike you across the map. As soon as they deal one of your characters damage, you haven't begun your second turn yet, so everything is now immune until your next turn, which means your opponent can't do any more damage to you. They better hope that the one attack they got off actually managed to KO something. Otherwise, they're just stuck there, and their immune goes away as soon as your turn starts. So it's really, really strong. He's got some pretty good stats and powers as well, with some energy explosion, perplex, toughness down the dial, some running shot, penetrating blast there in the middle with range combat expert. And taking a look at his other trait here, synchronized moves. Free, once per game, move all characters that don't have immune 2 squares in the same direction. Characters don't need to break away for this movement. So that's a really interesting power as well. It lets you move your whole team up too, or to the side too, or something like that. And it moves the opposing team in the same direction. So you're either pushing them back some, or maybe, let's say they have their backs to a wall, maybe you even barriered behind them. They don't have anywhere to move back to, so you can just push up and they're stuck right there. And so I think that's a pretty interesting effect as well. Even without trying to do some crazy setup like that, just moving your whole team too in any direction is very nice. And then he has Sidestep and Force Blast on his special movement power. And when he moves and ends his movement adjacent to an opposing character, after resolutions, he may use Force Blast as free. So that's really cool. Free Force Blast is free damage, and what's not to love about that? I think this Peacemaker is really good. Don't forget he can be equipped with the Peacemaker helmet from the previous Wings of Eagly Peacemaker set. So if you have that one as well, you get a free helmet on him, basically. He doesn't get to choose the role like the other one does. But you still get a random roll for a really strong effect every turn. So yeah, I think this Peacemaker is going to make a splash in the meta. I would be surprised if he doesn't. I would really be surprised if nobody tries this guy, because it pretty much just gives you protection from, an alpha strike if you lose the roll to pick first player or whatever. If you're not first player, he just saves your whole team pretty much. Unless they can manage to get up and do enough damage to KO something in one shot, they're not going to do much else. So I think it's really, really cool, and I would definitely give this Peacemaker a try if I were you guys. I think he's really awesome. Up next, we have Judo Master. who admittedly is probably the worst character in this set. Like, he's the only one I don't really see being played meta competitively wise. But that being said, I don't think he's a bad character at all. I think he's actually really good still. All these Iconix figures are usually pretty good, and this guy's no exception. He has the team player team ability, so he's a wild card. He's got Assassin, Martial Artist, and Warrior keywords. Assassin's really good right now with the target trait and everything. He's coming in at 55 points. He's got traded sidestep, and he doesn't count for or against theme teams. That's actually really cool. So you can just slap him on any theme team you want. But he also has another trait here that the first time he would be KO'd, instead turn him to click number 6 and roll a d6, heal him equal to half the result, and place him up to that many squares away from his current square, protected pulse wave. So he's got once per game save. If he would be KO'd, he instead isn't. So that's really good. And, you know, I mean, he's got great stats here. Triple target, 12 attack, precision strike, 18 combat reflexes, and then going into some flurry in cap with perplex. You can perplex his attack, triple target, flurry in cap, and double token 3 characters later on. That's pretty interesting. But he starts with a special damage power, Kia. When Judo Master hits, increase the damage dealt to each hit character by +1. Again, that's super good. He's got triple target, 12 attack, precision strike. He only does 2 damage, but is increasing damage dealt to each hit character. So the cool thing there is, you know, he triple targets, he does 1, 1, 0, assuming he hits all 3, and it's increasing damage dealt, so they'll be dealt 2, 2, and 1 for all those hit characters. So he could potentially be handing out 5 clicks of damage spread out amongst 3 characters. Pretty interesting. He definitely requires like a motorcycle or something to give him some kind of move and attack ability, because just starting with leap climb isn't the greatest. But like I said, this guy is not bad at all. He definitely has some potential, just needs a little equipment to kind of make him work to get in the fight there. Up next is Butterfly. This thing is absolutely insane as well. It has the Cosmic Energy team ability. It's got Animal, Cosmic, Monster, Politician, and Ruler keywords. And it is coming in at 60 points. And as you can see, it is only 1 click of health with 4 range, flight, sidestep, 11 attack, 19 super senses, and 1 damage with leadership and tiny size. So why is this thing a whopping 60 points? Taking a look at his first trait here, at the beginning of the game, you may replace Butterfly with a standard character of 50 points or less. If you do, this game, that character can use the Mass Leeching trait, is considered to have the Butterfly Swarm Bystander on its card, and has, when this character would be KO'd, instead replace it with Butterfly on click number 1. Use the replacement character's name where Butterfly uses her name in Mass Leeching. So, you get to replace this thing at the beginning of the game with any 50-point character on your sideline. Any 50-point standard character, I should say. So, no Kongs. Kong is not standard. Nothing tiny, giant, or colossal. But, I mean, that gives you access to so many things. You know, so many silver bullets you can put on the sideline, like Elsa to stop healing, and among other things, right? So, just fill your sideline with good 50-point and under characters, and, you know, pick and choose whatever you need for the situation is pretty much what this guy is designed for. And looking at the back here, the Mass Leeching trait it was talking about says, at the beginning of your turn, you may generate a Butterfly Swarm Bystander. Mind Control. When Butterfly uses it, for each friendly Butterfly Swarm Bystander, she may also target an opposing character adjacent to that Butterfly Swarm Bystander, regardless of range or line of fire. And then you can see here the Butterfly Swarms just have flight, sidestep with 6 movement, 8 attack, 17 defense, 0 damage, tiny size. Fragile Bodies trait says they can't be chosen for Mastermind, so no Mastermind fodder. But basically, you just have these things run around the map. And for me, I would wait till I got 2 of them out, and then I'd have them carry each other with flight, because that way you won't be wasting as many actions moving them around the map. You can kind of have one full carry, 6 squares, drop it in front of it, then that one can sidestep to carry this one up, you know, and then drop it in front of it, and then that one can sidestep again to carry that one up, drop it in front of it. So you just moved them both like 12 squares just about. So yeah, pretty nuts to just kind of swarm them over there, and gets you extra targets regardless of range and line of fire is pretty great. So yeah, whoever you want to switch them to, they get mind control and can be spawning those things every turn. And I mean, like I said, it's a silver bullet. Whatever you want to put on the sideline gives you a bunch of different options for what you're bringing in. And you can cheat a theme team because you can just play the butterfly on like a monster or ruler type of theme team, animal, cosmic. Those are all great keywords. And then you can bring in any other character that has none of those keywords to work on the team for you. So really powerful effects. And then next up here, last but not least, for sure, this guy is actually maybe the strongest of the bunch. We have Mern. He's got the Police and Suicide Squad team abilities. He's got Argus, Suicide Squad, Animal, Assassin, Cosmic, Monster, Soldier, and Spy keywords. Coming in at 50 points, he has a trait here that says when a friendly character attacks, if a line of fire drawn to an opposing character that shares a keyword with Mern would be blocked, instead it isn't, and the target modifies defense +1. But also, opposing characters within range can't positively modify their combat values. So that's pretty insane. That kind of just breaks the game in a sense. Because whenever any of your friendly characters attacks, if they're attacking an opposing character that shares a keyword with Mern, if it would be blocked, it's not. So it could be going through, 6 barriers. It doesn't matter. They just get +1 defense. It's basically just treats it all as hindering terrain in a sense of, just giving them +1, and they can just see through all of it. It doesn't block line of fire. It could be through characters, elevation, blocking. It doesn't matter. If it's a blocked line of fire, instead it isn't. So that is absolutely crazy. And it's just opposing characters within his range can't positively modify combat values. So if you up this guy's range, it's a massive range that cannot modify combat values. So, park this dude in the middle of the map, +3 his range somehow, and just about the whole entire map, they cannot modify their combat values. So that is absolutely crazy. In addition to that, he's not bad as well as an actual character. He's got 8 movement running shot, 11 attack precision, 18 with combat reflexes, only 2 damage, but, precision is like the best power in the game right now. He's got a stop click on his last click, and then he's got a special leadership that when an adjacent friendly character misses after resolutions, you may deal them 1 unavoidable damage. If you do, remove an action token from them. And then, he's got Police and Suicide Squad TAs on top of everything else. So this guy is just absolutely crazy. There's just no getting around it. This guy's insane. He just makes all line of fire. If it would be blocked, it isn't. You can just see through everything if he shares a keyword with an opposing character, which, let's be honest. Monster, that's like one of the #1 keywords right now. Soldier, Spy, Cosmic, Assassin, Animal, there's a million of those. And if you're facing against another Mern, well, guess what? They share a keywords. So you can try to hopefully snipe their Mern before their Mern gets you. I don't know, but yeah, this guy is absolutely crazy. And I also think the butterfly is crazy. We're going to see a lot of both of those for sure. Heck, you could be thematic and just have the butterfly bring in Mern. Like, that makes sense. It's doable. He's a 50-point character. Why not? And then Peacemaker. You're playing around the whole immune thing is pretty crazy. Buying yourself a whole extra turn to fight back is just insane. So I love this set. I think this is going to make a huge splash in the meta, at least on par with, the splash that Kong made. I feel like as soon as Kong came out, everybody's just playing Kong or trying to play a counter to Kong because Kong exists. And now Mern exists and the butterfly exists and Peacemaker is a thing. So I would definitely watch out for those. Definitely keep those on your radar, you guys. But that about wraps it up for this unboxing. Let me know what you guys think of these crazy figures in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button because it does help me out a lot, and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. But if you'd like to help support the channel even more, you can also check the links in the description for the Patreon or hit that join button down there for the YouTube memberships. Either way, for as little as $1 a month, you get entered into my monthly giveaways, and you get to see your name here in the credits with all these other awesome people. So make sure to check that out if that interests you. But like I said, that's going to do it for this one, you guys. Thanks again so much for watching. Till next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.